Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Quintiverse. My name is Quinn, and today we need to talk about how apparently Xbox has completely lost their minds. Now, there has been a lot of news going on about the Xbox and Microsoft recently between the game price hikes, the console price increases as well, and now there are reports about possible ads coming to Xbox games, and it feels that Microsoft is just testing how far their fans' loyalty will go. And let me tell you something. The community is not happy about this. So let's break this all down, the prices, the backlash, and how Xbox apparently went from being one of the best deals in gaming to being now one of the most frustrating deals or platforms around. So, let's get into this right here. But before that, I encourage each and every one of you to hit that like button. Greatly helps out our channel. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on the bell for all notifications so you guys will know either when I'm uploading or streaming. Follow me on social media. That is Twitter, aka X, and Instagram for all kinds of updates on everything that's happening in the Quintiverse world. Alright guys, let's get into this right now. Alright guys, let's start with the big one here. So, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, So, the subscription that used to be about $19.99 a month has now apparently jumped to $29.99 a month. That right there is a 50% increase. Microsoft apparently has been saying that they're adding more value by restructuring Game Pass into 3 different tiers. And those 3 different tiers are basically the Essential tier, the Premium tier, and the Ultimate tier. And the Ultimate tier gets you things like the Ubisoft Plus Classics, the Fortnite crew, and upgraded cloud gaming performances and more, apparently, And that's all fine. But apparently the fans aren't buying it. Like, literally. Let me tell you guys something. The backlash was so immediate. Apparently it was so big that many people rushed to cancel their subscriptions that on Microsoft's own website. Microsoft's own website apparently crashed under the traffic because so many people were rushing to cancel their Game Pass subscriptions. Let me tell you guys something. When your cancellation page breaks from people trying to unsubscribe, you've officially lost the room. You have lost some faith in your fans. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. The Xbox Game Pass was supposed to be one of the best deals. I remember when the Xbox Series S and X first came out, people were buying the console, especially for the Game Pass. The Game Pass was one of the big hypes. That was one of the things that hyped up the whole Xbox Series X versus the PlayStation 5 war. Yeah, I mean, people were wondering which game to buy, and the Game Pass was a big reason to buy the Xbox Series X or S, you know what I mean? But at $30 a month now, it's starting to be more like an overpriced service, and there's still more news apparently that's going to come out about this, but at least I suppose, but I just want to say that is crazy, I used to own the Xbox Game Pass a while ago, but my gosh, man. For $30 a month, they are really increasing the prices here, I mean, maybe there are probably some people who don't mind this, but there are also people, let me tell you something. Apparently, a lot of people do mind this. If the cancellation page, if Microsoft's own cancellation page has seriously crashed, then a lot of people do mind this, So there is a lot to go into this, but I want you guys' opinions as well. Let me know what you guys think of this as well, because apparently this is affecting Microsoft as well. You know what I mean? This probably caught their attention too. So if you guys thought one price hike was bad, let me tell you something. Xbox has actually done it twice or multiple times at that, because now we're getting into the console price increases. So we're going to start by talking about the first price increase, because they actually increased the prices twice, and I actually want to talk about this step by step. So let's talk about the first price increases. So as you can see by this chart right here, the Xbox Series S that has 512 gigabytes of storage space went from being about $300 as the initial price to now $380 as the new price. Not only that, the terabyte storage edition went from $350 to now $430 right here. And moving on to the Xbox Series X digital. The digital costs about $450, which is the same price as the PlayStation 5 digital. But the Xbox Series X digital now went up to $550. I'm kind of speechless even reading this. Yeah, I mean, and the regular Xbox Series X, which comes with the disc drive, It initially cost $500, but now it costs $600. And to top that off, these Xbox Series X 2TB Galaxy Black Edition went from $600 to about $730. But here's where it gets really wild. They did it again, like I said before. They hiked up the price twice. And the second price hike is shown here on this screen. They went, the Xbox Series S for 512 gigabytes of storage went from the new price of $380 to about $400. The Terabyte edition went from $430 to about $450. Moving on to the Xbox Series, it went about $550 to just $600 as a whole. With the disk drive, that's $600 initially, but now it hiked up to $650. And now the Xbox Series X limited edition 2TB Galaxy console costs from $730 to now $800. $800. That's two major price increases apparently within 1 year or so. Not just for the consoles, but as you guys can see here from the screens, they also hiked up the accessories too. The controllers, the headsets, the Elite Series 2 has all gone up. You know what I mean? They hiked up basically everything. And sure, we have talked about other companies like Nintendo hiking up their prices too. You know, PlayStation hiked up their prices too. We all complained about Nintendo and Mario Kart World being $80. You know, which that deserves a complaint. And PlayStation received some complaints too because their PlayStation Pro Edition had a huge raise in price. Yeah, I mean, I think that was about around $800 as well. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it may have been less than that or $700. I don't know. I think it was around maybe $800. But either way, the other game companies raised their prices too. But Xbox is stacking it over and over and over again, and they're following the same path that Nintendo even did it, because Nintendo hiked up their prices too of not only their console and their games, but all their accessories too. Whew. All in the same year, apparently. All in the same year. And of course, this is due to production costs and the tariffs. You know, that's basically apparently the reason why all these consoles and accessories are being hiked up. You know, and even with all the other price increases, Xbox's approach just feels on like a full assault on your wallet. You know what I mean? It's just wild. It's just crazy. You know, to even like think that you have to pay these much money. You know, I remember seeing the Xbox Series S for the first time. The 512 gigabyte edition. I wanted to get it. I was thinking about getting it because it was the same price. It was the same price as the original Nintendo Switch when the Switch first came out. Not the Switch 2, the Switch 1. They basically the same price of $300, and I was like, I don't mind paying $300 for the Series S. But now the Series S costs $400. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Yeah, I mean, like I already have a PC and everything. And listen, I'm probably still going to tempted to get it because I like collecting consoles. But my gosh, man, like, you could tell they're increasing a lot. They're increasing everything when it comes to Xbox. Not just the Game Pass, but the consoles and accessories as well. It's just crazy. But let me know what you guys think about the prices increases as well. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys have to say, because this is definitely some newsworthy stuff to talk about, especially if this affected you and your decision to buy Xbox, either games, consoles, or merch. You know what I mean? The next thing I want to talk about is more about the fan backlash, and I also want to bring GameStop into the mix. If you guys know, you know, but let me tell you guys something. The fan backlash has been massive, you know, across all the social media like Reddit, Twitter, aka X, YouTube, etc. Xbox fans are calling this one of Microsoft's biggest missteps, especially apparently since Xbox One DRM stuff, you know, their DRM fiasco, whatever the heck, I mean. And we're apparently seeing a lot of long-time Game Pass subscribers canceling with them saying it's no longer worth it, you know. Some users are actually even posting screenshots of their cancellation confirmations, while others are apparently jumping to other consoles as well. But I actually want to talk about what GameStop is posting, you know what I mean? So apparently GameStop is taking a lot of shots at Xbox, and they're even saying that they're going to ignore the new price that Xbox is trying to hike up, and they're going to continue selling the Game Pass Ultimate at the old $20 rate, you know what I mean? When even retailers are pushing back, you know something is wrong, you know what I mean? And not only that, you have GameStop even posting on Twitter or all kinds of stuff saying that why buy the Game Pass at the upgraded price when you can simply buy video games at GameStop for around that price and keep it forever, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, if you buy the Game Pass, you can have all of the games in their library, but only for a limited time, like only as long as your subscription is active. If you cancel your subscription, you will no longer have access to those games. And GameStop is saying, why get that when you can just simply come into our store and buy games for around that price and keep the games forever? Which I can't blame him for saying that, you know what I mean? I can't blame him at all, because that's actually a good point. But the price hikes with the price hikes, why buy a monthly subscription? Which it's fine if you want to do it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but even GameStop is saying, why buy a monthly subscriptions to just, like, I guess, borrow the games from the library when you could just simply buy the games from around that price, a little more, a little less, and keep it forever for yourself, you know what I mean? Which is a good point. And when it's crazy how GameStop is firing back at all this. It's crazy how GameStop is even trying their best to make sure that the fans are not being cheated out, and they're making sure that the price hikes, people are gonna keep buying games. People are gonna keep buying games and probably ignore the price hikes, you know. And yeah, it's not a good look when your own fan base is rioting online while you're still running apparently ads on the dashboard asking people to upgrade. Yeah, I mean, and even when you got GameStop posting, you got a problem right there, you know? But let me know what you guys think of that too. I actually found it very funny, and I actually said that GameStop had a point, but let me know what you guys think about this as well. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. So the last piece of news I'm going to tell you guys is honestly something that kind of surprised me when I actually first heard about this. So apparently Microsoft is bringing ads to games. Now, let me explain here. Now, I did some research on this, and apparently Microsoft is reportedly testing free Xbox Cloud gaming supported by ads with monthly play limits. And the announcement and the launch is coming soon. This is actually from an article from IGN I read, and this is actually an article I read on a couple other media articles as well. Apparently this is true. So, you heard that right. Microsoft is reportedly developing a system that would allow brands to insert ads into free-to-play titles, you know? Almost like billboards, banners, or any digital product that you can place in those things, you know what I mean? And at first it sounds like they're limiting this to free-to-play games, but guys, I can actually see them putting this on paid titles as well. So what apparently they're doing is they're allowing you to play free-to-play titles on Xbox Cloud Gaming, but at a small price. Now, you may not have to pay money, but you'll apparently have to watch some ads. You apparently have to watch some ads if you're going to play some free-to-play titles. So you can enjoy free gaming, which is a great thing. Free version of Xbox Cloud Gaming sounds great. But apparently you're going to have to deal with ads, which listen, I already have to deal with ads when I'm watching videos, or even like going on subscriptions like Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever, and watching ads and stuff. Now they're putting ads in my video games? That sounds completely ludicrous. That sounds completely insane right there. You know what I mean? If this actually kicks off, I can see them someday putting this into paid titles too, and let's be honest. No one wants to pay $30 a month for a Game Pass, $500 for a console, and then on top of that, apparently see ads while they're playing. I don't want to play an Xbox game and then all of a sudden an ad pops up and I have to wait a couple minutes to pick up the controller like I'm watching a video. That is just crazy. This is starting to feel like less like Xbox's Play Everywhere vision and more like their Pay Everywhere vision. You know what I mean? They're trying to say you can play everywhere, but you gotta pay as well. You gotta pay that money, and you're gonna pay one way or another. You know what I mean? Which it's just crazy to think about. Now they're putting ads in the games, and I know there's going to be more news about this. I don't know too much about this just from what I researched. But let me know what you guys think about this. It's just crazy to even think about. Yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think about this down below. And if you're playing games on Xbox Cloud Gaming, do you mind seeing ads because it's free? Or are you against the ads as much as I am? Let me know what you guys think down below, you know? So, I guess here's where I stand, guys. You know, Xbox used to be this gaming-friendly company. You know, they used to be actually more for the people and more for the fans, you know? Like a company that actually listened to gamers, you know, while giving gamers, honestly, much more than what they're paying for. You know, the Game Pass was honestly revolutionary because it gave people a reason to buy the Xbox Series S. It gave people a reason to look the other direction from the PlayStation to the Xbox. You know, you had YouTubers apparently saying that you shouldn't buy the PlayStation, you should buy the Xbox because this, Game Pass, this. You know what I mean? And listen, that's all great, but now we got a $30 a month subscription, console price hikes, multiple of them. Apparently, there's also been reports of $80 game attempts, and apparently ads on the horizon. That's not innovation. That's straight up greed. And listen, I still love Xbox. I always will. But at this point, at some point, in fact, it just feels like Microsoft has completely lost their touch and completely lost their mind. You know, it's just like they lost what made their community so loyal in the first place. You know what I mean? You know, that's kind of all I have to say about that. But what do you guys think as a whole? Has Xbox completely lost their mind, or you think these changes make sense for the grand scheme of things? You know what I mean? Please drop your thoughts in the comments down below. You know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Greatly helps out our channel. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on the bell for all notifications so you guys will know either when I'm uploading or streaming. Follow me on social media. That's Twitter, aka X, and Instagram for all kinds of news and updates for the Quintiverse channel. Woo! Whew, alright. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video. See you guys. God bless, and have a great rest of your day.